A Million Little Pieces is about a destructive, broken young man who goes to rehab for recovery and finds redemption in a community of the most unlikeliest of friends. And there's love and hope, and ultimately he has to come to terms with himself and face himself and make that decision whether he wants to live or die.
A friend of mine gave me the book. It was funny because when I read it, I was like, I can see this as a movie. I can feel this as a movie. It was such a guttural response to it. And I wasn't a filmmaker then, I was an artist. And the controversy hit, and I'd heard, that, it was going to be a studio movie, and directors were coming and going. And every time I'd hear about a new director announced, I get this, feeling like I want to do it. But and slowly as time sort of marched on, it never went out of my mind. And so then I heard the rights had gone back to the author, to James Fry, and I got a hold of him. I said to him, I hear that you have your rights back to your book. He was like, you want them? I said, yeah. He said, you have them. It was as simple as that. He said, now just go make art, be creative and be wild, and I'm not going to be the author that tells you what to do. I'm not going to be around. I just want you to go make your story, make your art based on my book. So it was like this fantastic golden ticket to go and sort of have the freedom to create something from what he created.
I don't know, just as filmmakers, I think, it's been just a new opening for me, especially because I've never been from that sort of side, from pre-production and through. I love working with Sam, and she was one of, when we worked back from Nowhere Boy, has been one of my favorite directors of all time because, her sensibility, the way she demands a set, and actually how she's just an innate sort of storyteller. So.
But it was a wild ride. We shot the whole thing in 20 days. So it was insane, and I think what we learned from each other on the set was just that we could lock in quite quickly, knowing each other so well. We could lock in so quickly and understand how we can move through a scene and how to navigate that at, breakneck speed in order to get this thing shot and done. We couldn't go a day over. So it was quite intense. I feel like since Nowhere Boy, I've been looking for the right projects where we can work again, and also, we kind of had this rule where one works, one doesn't, so that one's at home with the kids and keeping the family running. And so the kids are a little bit older now, and it felt the right time where we could both work together. And so now that I feel that we've kind of kick-started that, I'd love to keep going that way.
Absolutely. That would be the ultimate goal, just to be able to keep making movies together, because that's what we enjoy the most, I think, working together.
Yeah.